Man, people come to New Orleans all the time thinking they're going to come down here and act like a fool, and they end up going to jail. So you might be one of the people thinking to yourself, man, let's get together. Let's head down to New Orleans. Let's go see what they got going on. It's Mardi Gras time. We could do whatever we want. Let's go get drunk. We're a bunch of young fools. Let's go get drunk. Let's bring these drugs with us. You know, we make a little money, get a hotel room out there. You know, it's going to be fun. It's going to be all good. Yeah, that's what you think. That's what your mouth's saying. You're going to end up doing time in a Louisiana prison. That's where you're going to be because you're too foolish. You think you know what you're talking about, but you don't. You're going to end up in jail. I've been in prison in Louisiana, and I knew people personally who came to Louisiana, came to New Orleans specifically to have fun, and they ended up in jail. That's right. They ended up doing time in a Louisiana prison. And you don't want to be in a Louisiana prison, especially if you ain't from Louisiana. Almost everybody I met who came to Louisiana and wound up doing prison time while they were in Louisiana all said the same thing. I ain't never coming back here again. Man, this place is terrible. I hate Louisiana. Man, it shouldn't be that way. I'm thinking to myself, but you came down here, you got down bad, you got busy, you got caught. See, I met a dude, he came down here to Louisiana, and he wound up, running out of money, and he pulled an armed robbery. Jail. Used a knife, trying to stick somebody up, for the Mardi Gras, hanging out, went to jail. Got caught armed robbery with a knife, wound up doing 20 years in Louisiana, came down here for, to spend a couple nights to enjoy himself and wound up spending a couple years and not a couple years free enjoying the bayou and enjoying the crawfish. Now he was enjoying the state of Louisiana, working on a gun line. That's what he was doing. He was chopping crops just like the old days in Louisiana, cutting grass with a ditch bank blade and a swing blade. That's right. Just like Sling Blade, that movie, they were slinging them blades in the field, cutting that grass for the state of Louisiana, or working on a farm somewhere, doing what they didn't want to do, eating collard greens. That's right. Growing the collard greens in the prison and eating the collard greens in the prison, or rabbit or whatever they got. But you came to Louisiana and you thought you was going to be a fool and you got josed out. That's right. That's what they say in Louisiana, josed out. So you're going to get josed out. You're going to wind up doing all your time. So before you come to Mardi Gras, talking about you're going to have fun and you're going to act a fool, rethink it. Because they have laws. You got to obey the law no matter where you go. That'd be like me. I done been out the country before since I've been home from prison. And when I go out the country, I'm thinking to myself, man, I can't do nothing stupid depending on what country or what state I go to. I know, man, these people got laws. These people got things that I need to abide by. And I need to know. See, ignorance ain't the thing. You're going to come down here, and you're going to show your genitals or you're going to show your stuff for a Mardi Gras bead. That's right. You're going to do it for a rinky-dink Mardi Gras bead. Let me show you what this is. See this here? This here is a Mardi Gras bead. I don't even go to Mardi Gras. I get these beads because I got a couple things in my garage because I go to garage sales and stuff and I buy these collections and sometimes they got beads in them. And let me tell you something. That bead, it ain't worth going to jail for. If you're going to come to Louisiana, come enjoy the sights, the sounds, the festivities, but don't get caught up trying to show your stuff for a Mardi Gras bead. Because if them state troopers or them Orleans Parish sheriffs or them Jefferson Parish sheriffs see you doing it, they're going to put you in jail for indecent exposure. Now you got a sex offense on your jacket. Think about that. Now you got a whole sex offense on your record because you want to come to New Orleans and get a plastic bead. That's right. You want to get a plastic bead. And so you came to New Orleans and now you got a sex offense on your jacket. Now you got a sex offense on your record. And you might be from up north or you might be from the east, west coast. And now you got to come to Louisiana on top of that, take off for work. And you got to come here. And now you got to go to trial. You got to go to court. And if you know anything about Orleans Parish, man, you don't want to get caught up in that nightmare. You think your county where you from is a mess. Get caught up in Orleans Parish and see what happens, man. That might drag on. Then people have you coming. And if you don't make court, you're going to get attachment put for your arrest. So you got to come down here. You got to hire an attorney, all because you want to do something stupid. And don't let it be getting caught with possession of drugs and you coming down here thinking you're going to come, with your friends and party and you got all those good drugs and you got them on you and they catch you. They're going to get you not just with possession, but they're going to get you with possession with intent to distribute. And you're going to wind up doing yourself some prison time. And ask anybody from out of state, even gangsters from out of state, dudes who are about that life, who are living that life. They came down to Louisiana. They might have been from New York or Cali, and they get caught up in Orleans Parish, and they're like, man, these dudes on a whole nother stuff, man. Like, I heard one dude talking online. He was like, man, some of these dudes in here got 3, 4, 5 bodies per. That's how many killers they got in there. These dudes are killing 3 and 4 people before they get caught. Some of them don't never get caught. Come down here into Louisiana and enjoy yourself. But don't get caught up on no mess, because Louisiana has the highest incarceration rate in the world. They're going to lock you up. Like I said, I was in prison with people who were making permanent stay in Louisiana, not because they wanted to, but because they did something stupid and foolish and got caught up and committed a crime. And now they doing a long-term stay in Louisiana in the Department of Corrections, wishing they never came here. There's a lot of good stuff to do here, but Louisiana will lock you up. They got the highest incarceration rate in the world. They won't hesitate to put you in jail. So don't come down here and get caught up in doing anything stupid and foolish, you know? Don't do it. I'm telling you, I'm just giving you a warning. I'm trying to make it good for you. Come down here, enjoy the food. Come down here, enjoy the fun. But don't come to Louisiana and get caught up and get a prison sentence, because it's going to be terrible. It's going to be the worst thing you ever experienced in your life. And look, you might not even get parole. You might not get out. I don't know. I ain't been to prison in a long time. But like I said, I know enough people who've been to prison in Louisiana to know that you don't want to come down here and get caught up, man. Them dudes in Orleans Parish Prison, man, them dudes will shank you. They might shoot you. I know I say it a lot, but them dudes had guns in jail. You hear all kind of stories, but you don't hear many stories about people having straps in prison. In New Orleans, them dudes got straps, man. And if you ain't from the 9th Ward or the 7th Ward or from uptown, from where they from, you know, Girktown or Holly Grove, you know, then you don't stand a chance. You know, if you might be from the West Bank or from somewhere else in the state of Louisiana, and you got people there, so you know dudes there, so you might be good, you know what I mean? But man, you away from California, New York, man, them dudes don't respect that stuff. The same way, if I was to go to prison in California, I'd probably have a hard time. You know, I'd figure it out. I'd get by. I'd have to program, because there's a whole different political system up there in California inside the prison system, and I'd have to program and get with it, or or be in trouble, you know. But same thing down here in Louisiana. You're not gonna come here and change the structure. It is what it is, and they're gonna get with you. It's wild down here in Louisiana inside the jail system. It's the wild, wild west in the jail system. Every man for himself, and you definitely don't want to be doing time deep down south, because it's all about who you know and what neighborhood you from. They don't care who what you are, what you did. It depends on where you from, and it has to be from the state of Louisiana, from down south. So, think twice before you come to Louisiana and get yourself caught up, because you can have a nice time in Louisiana. It's a good place to be, but don't come to prison here, because prison's brutal. Before you come down here to Mardi Gras and do something stupid. It's Mardi Gras season, so I'm covering the Mardi Gras topic. But I'm just letting you know, I've done time with people who got caught up for Mardi Gras and, end up spending 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15, 20-year prison sentence. Don't be one of them. Don't be stupid. Be wise. Don't come down here and catch yourself a charge. Give me a like, a thumbs up, and subscribe. Check out my other videos with or without parole.